Hello and welcome to my modelling channel, and welcome to Extra Bits and Extra Tips. This is sort of like a little bit of a section where I'll just sort of like chuck in the extra tips and extra bits what I've left off the main videos, just so in a little bit shorter videos, a little bit easier. I can go into depth with stuff a little bit more maybe, and I might just use this section to do some updates, maybe showing what I'm going to be doing in the future, or even maybe showing disasters, mistakes I've made, so you don't repeat the same mistakes. Anyway, please like and subscribe, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and enjoy the video. Hello and welcome back. Now in this video I'm going to be making a number 9 bridge from Dragon Badger models. It's a what I believe is a laser printed kit. First time I've ever done any one of these. It comes, shall I say, like this. This bit was attached. I just snapped it off. It's not supposed. It's supposed to be attached, but you find it difficult to clean this bit up. But anyway, yeah, you need to take all these panels off, and there is some small bits on there, like from the laser printing. No different to cleaning up a normal kit, really. It's plastic, by the way. But yeah, this is one half of it that I prepared earlier. As you can see, I've cleaned the sections up. So you can see. And I've taken the inside bits out of there. So all I have to do is clean all this up. Take these bits off. And then it will look like this. Luckily, I live near the Royal Engineers Museum, so and they've got a number 9 bridge up there outside, so I can. I have recorded it before when I was doing an exhibition at the Royal Engineers Museum, so you can check that out. I'll put the link in the description below. But I'm going to, not done it yet, but I'm going to go up there, do some more recording of the actual bridge to use as a reference. And I will put that video up now, even though I haven't actually recorded it yet. But anyway, the magic of editing. Number 9 tank bridge. Okay, so you have to remove these little side panel bits and this back bit. So you need a reasonably sharp knife, or should I say, you need a very sharp knife. So yeah, that was that bit, and I used a number 4 blade from this knife kit. And it's like a flat edge blade, or I don't know the names of them. Right, okay, so now I'll switch to a number 11 blade, a bit more sturdier blade. Oh, drop the blade. And sharper. You're cutting out these side panels. So yeah, you should do some sanding now on it. This could be done for a long time until you're satisfied with all the bits that have come off it. Don't think I really need to record all of it. Okay, remember to cut this bit off at the end. It's pretty easy to cut off, really. So I'll carry on sanding all these bits down, and I will stick the two parts together again using this middle bit, and do a few, but not many, modifications to it. Okay, to get rid of some of the little wispy bits off here, first of all, just sand all over and see what you can get off. They are quite hard to get off. So what I've decided to do was use my Dremel with a metal brush on it. Much better. Another cheat. You might see that it's all little bits of strands of plastic in there. So lighter. It's just a quick method to get rid of them, because they tend to be a little bit annoying to get off with the sandpaper. Obviously I wouldn't normally recommend setting light to your model, but in this respect it works. It does the job. It gets rid of all those little strandy little bits of plastic. I'd be interested to find out how other people do these, because obviously this is the first time I've ever done a laser printed kit like this. I like to do some more, so I'm pretty much inventing my own techniques at the moment. But to be quite honest with you, I mean, there isn't really much cleaning up to do, and what cleaning up there is to do is quite minimal. It's just basically sanding, which doesn't make a very exciting video. Not as exciting as setting light to things while using a drill or Dremel. Right, okay. I'll crack on with this. See you on the flip side. Okay, another top tip. Right, when you're sticking this bit together, we're using a bit of super glue. You can use the lines on your cutting board to make sure it's exactly on, so you can roughly see it's straight either side. But that's all stuck now. I won't stick these till after I've sprayed it. So basically I'm just going to be doing the cleaning up on this still, a bit of sanding and so on. Just got to make sure these line up. I think it's because these bits need a bit more sanding underneath, to be honest with you. Right, so they'll be all ready for spraying soon. So join me next time. So after a visit to the Royal Engineers Museum to take some pictures of the bridge that up there, which is the number 9 bridge, which could be a more up-to-date one, and this could be based on an 80s one, I found that these two they're quite different. I'll put this down to that this has been scaled up. It's a 3D printed bridge and it's been scaled up from smaller scales, which the company also sells this bridge for wargaming, 176 scale for instance. And I believe if you would have scaled this up, I mean scaled down, it would look more realistic. Because it's scaled up, there's more details and sometimes you can miss details. But for example, but anyway, so I've decided to make some modifications to the bridge. So I've added some stuff. I'll talk about that in a minute. For example, this V shape is a little bit too wide. I'll put pictures up here. I took some pictures, and also there's a section here, and this section is a lot more deeper, for example, and this area is a lot more flatter. There's not much I could do really. I've decided I'm going to fill this bit in with a bit of plastic card, and I've got lots of spare brass etching parts, so I can put like this in and make it so it looks like a ring and a bolt there. I don't really want to change this bit too much. I'm adding some other photo etch stuff that I had laying around, just to add a few bits and pieces to it. It's not going to be exactly like the one in the picture. It's just it's turning into a bit of an artistic license on it. But at a first glance, it will look like the bridge. Plus, when you place a tank on this, all the focus is going to be on the tank and not the bridge, hopefully. But you get the idea. This is basically for a base. It's a display base, if you will, to display a tank which will sit on it. Hopefully the Chieftain. Haven't bought it yet, but yeah, hopefully the Chieftain tank. But like I said, I don't know if the bridge at the Royal Engineers Museum, I've looked at loads of research pictures of Mark 9 bridges in the 80s. I can only find late 80s ones, not early 80s. I mean, this could be a 70s design bridge. Not quite sure, but like I say, it's probably due to the scaling up which it's lost a lot of its details because they probably just when they 3D printed it, they're probably the most popular ones are probably the wargaming ones, because this will look good on a vehicle, on a wargaming tank, which would be about that small. But yeah, so what I'm going to crack on doing, I've already done it with this one. I'm using a bit of filler on these sections and then sanding it down to get rid of that sort of edge. I'm also doing it in here, and of course adding these photo etch parts, which it's been quite fun going through all my old photo etch parts that I always save to make some modifications to stuff. It's just really so when it's there serving its purpose, if someone glances at it, they're going to see it's a bridge. I might mention it's a number 9 bridge, I might not. So I'm sure that people who have served in the army, who've driven over these bridges, the real ones, probably wouldn't even notice the difference anyway, because who pays attention to a bridge? But yeah, you do get the rivet counters that will point things out, but you know, what can you do? Okay, so what I'm doing is adding some filler to this top section. I could just sand it down, but this way is a lot less time consuming. I will sand it down a little bit after I've put the filler on. Okay, I've now gone out and bought these metal poles. They're tubular, so they're the hollow inside, so they're still quite light, but they will add a bit of strength. There's already holes here, but I had to drill holes here. It's just so it adds strength to it. So if I was going to have we just feed these through. So if I was going to do a show and I wanted this on a stand raised up, for instance, higher, it would add a bit of strength to the middle. So I could choose to put a vehicle on it. It's quite heavy, bearing in mind that once you start adding resin and metal tracks to tanks and stuff, they start getting heavy. So it just adds a bit of strength to it, plus transporting it around, it'd be a lot better for transporting around. So now I'm going to stick these bits together, and I'll start to cut out these little square tubular square things, which I'm going to be putting in between here, adding to the strength of it, but also I can add some brass etch bits to the side to make it look like the picture, like this picture. or kind of like that picture. It won't look exactly like that. So anyway, yeah, I'll crack on with that. Okay, so I've attached these bits and I've gone over with a bit of plastic filler, Plasto. So now I'm just sanding it down. I'm not too worried about these middle bits, really, because in theory, I'm not really going to see them. That one doesn't look too straight. This one does, so that's fine with me. Okay, so now I'm adding some old brass etching or photo etch parts to give the illusion that there's something there. Okay, it's not entirely correct what it should look like, but it gives the illusion that there's something there rather than nothing. I don't know if you can see that. Also done it on the other side. This side actually looks better. Okay, so it's ready for priming. I've stuck all the brass etching bits on the side that I've just made up randomly from spare bits of photo etch stuff. I'm quite pleased with that. So now I'm just going to prime the whole lot, see if there's any bits that need sorting out, and yeah, I'll be back shortly. Okay, so here it is, all painted NATO green. I've decided that this is gonna be as far as I'm gonna go. I might do a black camouflage on it, which British forces do have, especially around about that period, which I want to try and set this sort of 80s. I'm going to be doing some dirtying up on it, making it look worn and so on as well, but I'm going to do that at a later date. I'm not going to do this in this video because I think I've reached a point where I was going to leave this now, put it to one side and then start a new project. But yeah, please join me next time for a new project, and maybe this one in the future. But as you can see, it's come out alright. It looks very NATO green. I've not stuck these bits on yet. But yeah, it's looking very green. So anyway, that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. Please join me next time for a new project or part of an old project that I'm working on. Who knows yet? Who knows what's going to be in the next video? But anyway, like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below.